40 shooting like a bullet. Smack 'em, cool, quiet.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the NBA Recap. Yes, sir, back to another video, back to another episode. And today we're going to talk about some things that are going on in the NBA, man. There's a lot of things that are going on off the court, and a lot of things are obviously with Kevin Durant, JJ Redick. But this video, I want to talk about primarily about a personal, close guy in Russell Westbrook. Now, Russell Westbrook has been dealing with a lot of stuff recently. Ever since he went to the Wizards, he's kind of been facing a lot of shit recently. And I kind of want to clear the air and tell people why he's facing all the stuff that he is facing currently, and especially more recently with his recent crazy stat line that he just had. But without further ado, let's get into this. Now, Russell Westbrook, if you did not know, you know now that Russell Westbrook is my favorite point guard of all time. I love watching Russell Westbrook. I've been ever since I became a fan of the NBA. Ever since I became a fan of the NBA, like when I was like 8. I love watching Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook was my guy. I loved watching Russell Westbrook, and I loved being able to watch his games. And then when I officially started watching the NBA, roughly when I was like 11, I really enjoyed watching him as a player and how he's grown as a player and how he became a really transcendent player in this league. One of the most athletic point guards you'll ever see, a walking triple-double, all that, right? But obviously, we know he spent majority of his career in the OKC Thunder, where he made it to, I believe, one finals, and now it's pretty much it. So I believe that ever since his tenure in OKC, everyone's been kind of criticizing Russell Westbrook for what he has done ever since, all coming in full circle to now with the Wizards. Now, obviously, we all know what happened to Russell Westbrook, man. He's been eliminated in the first. He got eliminated in the first round several different times. Went to Houston. Obviously, he got eliminated by the Los Angeles Lakers. And now with his current tenure with the Washington Wizards, where he's dropping crazy stat lines, but his team is not being successful. Now, recently, Russell Westbrook just had a crazy, ridiculous stat line of 35 points, 21 assists, and 14 rebounds. The first ever 35-point, 21 assist triple-double in NBA history. Now, a guy that we all know, the infamous Stephen A. Smith of the First Take, I think that's what they're called, show, talked about how that stat line was amazing, but you have no chip to show for it. And that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because why are we like centering Russell Westbrook's career over a championship? Now, I understand that he has not won a championship and he has not really been out of the first round, all except for last year. And this year his team is unperforming. But at the same time, it's just so weird to think that like we are judging this man's career, what he does on the court and off the court, because of a championship. Now, Stephen A. Smith, this is the same guy, the same man that was judging he was judging Kevin Durant for going to Golden State to kind of secure his championships, which he won 2 of. And I understand, he was criticizing Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant criticizing him. I also criticize Kevin Durant. I still think it's the weakest move to this day. They went to Golden State. But that's his opinion. I'm not going to discount his championships because he won it with a super team. Hell no. There's still 2 championships. And he probably would have won a third one if he had not gotten injured. But the thing about it is that Stephen A. Smith claimed that, like, if you're the guy for your team for another team and you go to a championship super team to get a lesser role but to steal a championship, it's wrong. But he's also the same guy that criticized LaMarcus Aldridge for going to the Nets, Blake Griffin from going to the Nets, because they're trying to just steal their way into a championship. But when it comes to Russell Westbrook dropped a 35-point, 21 assist triple-double. The guy who you say is always the most athletic point guard in the NBA history, which is true, and you blame him for not being able to win a championship, and his stat line right there is meaningless. Now, Russell Westbrook responded to this by saying that, well, a championship doesn't really define my career. Ever since I got to the NBA, I've been a champion. I came from the streets, something along those lines. And Stephen A. Smith was the guy that discounted that by saying, once again, you have no championship to prove of it. So the stat line that you're putting up is meaningless. Very interesting. But this is a guy for 3 straight seasons averaged a triple double. His first MVP, it was because of him averaging a 31-point triple double and leading his team into the 5th seed in the Western fucking Conference. And somehow he's getting disrespected because he doesn't have a championship. Now I understand like he's gotten bounced in the first round many times, but you can't. This is a guy that plays his heart out every single time he's on the court. Now this is no hate, Stephen A. Smith. I find that dude very funny, but at the same time, I'm confused on why he's blaming guys. He's just like he just takes off their stat line as if it's nothing, as if that was something easy because he doesn't have a championship. But let's look at some guys that have not won championships but have ridiculous stat lines. The first guy we're going to talk about is Karl Malone. Karl Malone is the second leading scorer of points of all time. Dude has never won a championship, and now we're gonna no one says anything about him because he's a guy. No one ever thinks that he's like some bad guy that has never like been successful in his career. He is the fucking second leading scorer of points of all time. And yet somehow he's being judged by he's not being judged for a guy not having championships, but you're judging Russell Westbrook. Now, like I said, we all understand how he's never gone. The dude, okay, let's look at him a little bit more. Karl Malone, the guy I believe has a record for the most minutes in the NBA history. I believe. Guy put up stats. Guy put up ridiculous stats. Now, if I look at the career statistics, I believe he's a career 24 points, 10 rebound and 3 assist guy with a block and .7 of steals. A point. Let's actually switch those. The blocks are .7 and the steals are 1.3. But we never viewed him as something lower than that. We view him as an all-time great. He's an all-time great in his position. But somehow we view that with Russell Westbrook. Let's go to an even more recent example. Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson has never won a championship. I believe he's obviously been to a finals and lost to 5 to the Los Angeles Lakers. He went 4-1 in that series, had the most disrespectful crossover we've seen in NBA history. Are we gonna now that we all know that like Allen Iverson is kind of blackballed from being an all-time great because of his championship, but we never discount him for being an all-time. But at least real people that watch basketball never discount him as not an all-time great. Like I just said, he's never won a championship, and he was blackballed for a period of time for not winning a championship. But at the same time, we never discounted him the way we're discounting Russell Westbrook. It's just weird that the man averaged. I'm gonna say this so many times. For 3 straight seasons, he averaged a triple double. Plays harder than I believe I've seen anyone play hard. And somehow we discount him because he has not won a championship? Hell, he's averaging triple-double this year. Obviously with a losing record with the Wizards, but at the same time, he's playing his heart out. Ever since Bradley Beal went down with some injury, he's been playing his heart out. And suddenly we are now discounting him for no championship. Now let's say Russell Westbrook got traded to the Lakers or wanted to get traded to the Lakers, where his role would be significantly decreased because he's playing with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Are we going to view him different then because he stole away to the championship? Stephen A. Smith was the same guy that was judging LaMarcus Aldridge, Blake Griffin, like I said, judging Kevin Durant. But when we do that, it's a lose-lose situation for Russell Westbrook. To be fair, he hasn't really been put in the very best position to win a championship. I understand OKC, he had several years where he could have, But after Kevin Durant left, it's just been really hard because you had to go up against Golden State at the end of the day. Obviously, he got eliminated in the first round several times, but he went against Golden State. You're going with the Rockets, the Los Angeles Lakers, the Clippers, the Rockets, who only shoot three at that point, only shoot threes under Mike D'Antoni. James Harden averaging 30-something points. And when it comes to the Wizards, obviously for some reason this season has just not been the season for them. But we're gonna discount his greatness. You can't just enjoy basketball. You can go to an even more recent guy. Chris Paul has never won a championship. I believe he has been to a couple conference finals. I don't really remember off the top of my head. But Stephen A. Smith loves Chris Paul. Hell, he should be in the MVP conversations. Now we all know that Chris Paul has done great things for his team, man. He got the OKC Thunder surprisingly in the playoffs, man. The Phoenix Suns are one of the hottest teams in the NBA at second in the West. But we don't discredit him. We don't discredit what he's done for the game. But for Russell Westbrook, we do, because what, we view him differently? His skill set is weird? Because he can't shoot the ball very well? That's why we discredit him? You know, I never understood some of these. Sometimes when these NBA like telecast people are like having their takes, I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like you have to like I said, no hate Stephen A. Smith, because I love Stephen A. Smith. He's a funny guy. Like, I mean, he's a funny guy. But at the same time, like, you can't make a statement and then contradict yourself when it's a different player, a different situation. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know, man. That's just my take on Russell Westbrook. Like, it's just weird. It's something that's been bothering me. Like, I was watching this guy's video, and like things that he said, like it really bothered me because I was really thinking about the exact same thing. It just bothered me. I don't know why. It was weird. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for watching. Thanks for watching this episode, man. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. Please, if you have an opinion, please tell me down in the comment section, and I will respond because I can talk about Russell Westbrook for a very long time, and I can talk about it for a very long time. Okay, let me know in the comments, man. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about my channel, man. Like I said, we rebranded our channel. We're Ken Dunk TV, and yeah, as always, we out. Peace.
Why do they get up and leave? Tell you they love you, then get up and leave. I show the loyalty.